Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just thought I would share a bit about 22 years ago yesterday was what put me into my wheelchair. And I want to just share a little bit about why I'm so inspired about why that actually happened. A lot of people over the years have said, "Scott, you're crazy to have such a beautiful attitude about such a huge life change." I was 18 years old at the time, and I had my accident in Saskatchewan where I was living at that time. But I want to share with you something that was so beautiful about it all. I had prayed that morning because I had been getting into drugs and alcohol quite severely because I was not living a good life back then. And I had cried out to God in the morning before I left for work. I said, "Lord, today must be the day that you make something happen to me so that I can understand the way I'm living isn't right." And then I just felt a heavy feeling all day after that prayer. So I decided at 11:30 p.m. that night to take my snowmobile out for a rip, and that's when my accident happened. I was doing 85 miles an hour. I hit an approach, flew right over the road, landed in the opposite ditch, and then crashed into a fence. And it was minus 35 degrees Celsius out there with a wind chill. And there I lay. And that night was a night I'll never forget. Because I knew something was seriously wrong. I instantly had no feeling from my waist down. But as I was laying there, I was audibly talking to God and saying, "Lord, I will never question once ever that this accident happened tonight." I told him audibly while I was laying there waiting for the ambulance to come pick me up that I thank the Lord sincerely for allowing me to have that accident, because during that time I was quite depressed and I was going through a lot of drug and alcohol trouble. And I told the Lord, "You saved my life by me understanding that tonight was because I asked for you to make something happen so that I can understand and realize the life that I had been living was not going to turn out right, or I could have died from an OD or something crazy." And people often say, "Wow, like, how can you not question God for that?" And I always say, why would I? I asked for God to make something happen. I would never question him because of that. I felt God brought me out of a bad situation, allowed my accident to happen. And today it's been 22 years since. But oh, I'm so deeply inspired about the life we live today, my friends, has nothing to do with whether we have a disability or not. It's all about living a life to its absolute fullest and proving everyone wrong that just because a person is in a wheelchair doesn't stop them from accomplishing any goal. Because once you tell yourself that a goal will happen, it will be done with a positivity in your mindset and a huge amount of vision of determination and allowing hope to tell yourself every single day that I am going to wake up today, I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to make my life the most phenomenal every day, and I'm going to be the voice for the voiceless and let others see that it doesn't matter what type of a challenge we face, but it's all about how we accept that challenge and simply become a better person over it. Just thought I'd share that. I was inspired tonight.